Hello. Hi, everyone. Let me know if I'm coming through okay. I'm Tom. I'm here to play the Gallerist. We're going to have a solo playthrough. It's been a couple of years since the last one. I've had it's done pretty well as games go on this channel. Probably about like 95% of them only ever got one playthrough. This is like number 4 maybe for the Gallerist. It's one of my favorite games, one of my favorite solo games definitely. My favorite solo Lacerda, pretty sure. Close. It's probably like second multiplayer as well. Although I haven't played it multiplayer that much. Kanban maybe just edges it out on the multiplayer, but certainly for solo. This is amazing. It uses a really, really simple solo system, but it's so good. Like the trade-off for that is there's already enough to think about in this game, and you have got to do some pretty tricky goals, discovering artists and getting their fame right up all by yourself, while Lacerda runs around trying to end the game from underneath you. So AV good, brilliant. Hey Lynette, James, Peter, Mike, thanks for joining me, and everybody else. Just I see some names right in front of me. If you'd like to support the channel, you can do it on Patreon. You can join as a YouTube member as well. Underneath the box somewhere it says join. All of that helps me be able to do any of this. So thanks if you can, and thanks to on Patreon we have a vote every month. This came third in the vote actually. Vantage and yesterday's At the Gates of Loyan came joint first. Vantage is next week, just to give it a little bit more breathing room between the Vantage videos. Although I want to do loads more Vantage videos. I've spoiled something for the game. I've accidentally seen something online about it, and I'm not gonna cheat to get there, but something really cool in Vantage that I'd like to find. Although I bet there's a million cool things in it. Sabrina command. Sabrina is having her supper. Last I checked, she's in a very good mood. We've just been playing. That's why I like sitting down. I set this up earlier, but I'd usually sit here for quite a while and I've refreshed my rules on the rule. I've refreshed my mind on the rules, but I've played this game a lot of times, so hopefully that's where the danger is. Though you think I've played this so many times, I remember the rules to it, and when you're refreshing on them, you're just like glazing over things. I've hopefully not done that. Oh yeah, in this case, I was playing with Sabrina and forgot. Didn't forget. Lost track of time because she wants to sit up. She really wants to sit up. Doesn't know how to roll over yet, but desperate to sit up. You've got literally zero knowledge of this. Welcome to the world of the Gallerist. Hopefully, I can sell it to you. Not that you can't have this, just the concept in general. So we are running art galleries. We need to discover artists. One is discovered at the start of the game. This 3D artist here, just randomly out of the. Each artist has got two potential tiles in them for each type, and there's like a new artist and a more established artist or just a better artist. That we've got to discover them over the course of the game, get them to do artworks for us. We need to exhibit those in our galleries or sell them to people that we get contracts for. We can go on the radio and promote our artists. We can hire new assistants that we will need for a lot of stuff. We can take our art to the international markets. We'll send our assistants there for various abilities and benefits. One of the things that we can get from doing that is participating in an auction for this piece of art. It's just random out of one of the 4 of the top stacks. It is a sculpture that is available. This bunny sculpture is up for grabs to whoever bids the most at this auction. We can come here for reputation tiles as well that are point scoring opportunities for the end of the game. And I think that's a general high view of it all. It's a Vita Lacerda game, and so every action kind of interconnects with all of the other actions. You can take actions when it's not your turn sometimes. It's so good, but it all makes sense, I promise. As Marty getting on with Sabrina, he is very, very slowly, like, he's had a lot of, he has a daily sniff. He's starting to get a little bit closer and stay a little bit longer, but as soon as she flails or something, he's gone. He's he's not kind of running away and cowering. He's in the room all the time with her, but yeah, at the moment very kind of observant at the moment. He's not decided. So one last little bit of setup that we need to do is to place our Gallerist somewhere. And this is going to determine where I am. So it's an action that I can't start the game doing because I'll be there, and the thing you need to do on your turn is move somewhere else. So I can't take that action first turn, and I will get the reputation tile that is on that place. And for the solo game, the other thing that it does, it determines where Lacerda starts. Lacerda starts on the opposite side of the board to me. So we can get points for 3D art that we've been involved with, exhibiting or sold. Same for photography. For every 3 reputation we've got at the end of the game. And for every set of different meeples, is that in our gallery at the end? Yes. 4 points. Well, it's money and reputation you'll get for it. Money is points. So 4 points for every set of visitors in our gallery at the end of the game. So what will help to make that decision? We look over at... That's not the right button. That's the button that's usually my playboard when it's all on the same camera. So if we look over at the gallery here, I've got a couple of objectives. I've got a curator and the other card, art dealer cards. So these are rewards that I can get for selling particular things at the end of the game. So if I have sold 1 sculpture or more at the end of the game, I'll get 5 money for doing that. If I am exhibiting 2 3D art and a photo and a sculpture, I'll get 15 at the end of the game. So these are goals that might help me make that decision, because I should have got a browser up on screen, actually. I can show you the rulebook. I've got a little solo helper on screen that makes the solo goals small for me to just look at over here. You don't necessarily need a score to win this. There are goals to win this game. So for the basic win, the apprentice level, we need to achieve 1 each of your curator and art dealer goals. Just 1 line on each of those cards. Acquire at least 4 reputation tiles. Been at the art market. We start with 1 that we'll get later. Not too difficult. Acquire at least 1 masterpiece. We'll see that later, but basically when an artist goes off their reputation track, they become a celebrity, and anything they made is now a masterpiece. So have something by a superstar celebrity artist, and have at least 160 money. I start with 10. To be experienced, you need to do the best goal on each of your cards, get 5 tiles, 2 masterpieces, and at least 180 money. But we don't want to do either of those. We want to be a master gallerist. So for this, your score does not matter. It doesn't matter how much money you end up with, although you'll probably end up with a fair bit if you're doing these things. You need to get at least 35 money in total from your art dealer and curator cards. So that means that I don't know if you can do it another way, actually. I don't think you can do this entire thing and that. I think you've got to do this exhibitor goal for 15 and these 2 art dealer goals for 20. I think maybe you could do it the other way around. I don't know that I ever have, or if it's possible. So get at least 35 from your goals, get 5 reputation tiles, acquire at least 3 masterpieces. So it's going to be a bit tricky. Well, from those goals, if we're going to try and do this and these 4 things here, that tells me I'm going to need 3 3D art just to have obtained 3 3D, 2 photos, 2 paintings, and 1 sculpture. Now, for the sculpture, if I can win the auction at the end of the game, I will get that, and it'll be exhibited in my gallery. So we don't need to discover a sculptor this game. Each other form of art, I've got to at least discover 1 each of these artists and then get them to make things for me. So since I will be getting 3 pieces of 3D art, maybe I want to start there and get that reputation tile. The thing is, I like to start here because then Lacerda starts here. Because when Lacerda goes here, he leaves assistants behind and takes these reputation tiles away. So if he starts there, he hasn't he hasn't taken his turn to go there, so it's the longest possible time before he comes back. Get sets of people in my gallery. I probably will do that. I guess I could turn it into more of a goal if that's what I take. But am I just taking it because it's there? This have a lot of reputation that I really like to get. We'll see how useful reputation is later. It's so good. You have the 3D art means that he's right next door to that, and on his turn we'll start putting people in there, which isn't the worst thing, really. But I think I'm going to go for sets. I'm going to start here. So I can't discover an artist or buy a painting turn 1. Is that going to be a good thing? And we say like that. No, I would like to do that turn 1. That's probably the first thing that I would like to do out of anything. If I just go for influence, he'll start there, and then he's 3 away from it. Yeah. I do want to do that first. So I take this. This one actually, all the others just gets taken out of the game. The one I took goes in my gallery on this space. As soon as I have got 3 things in the gallery at the same time, this will unlock. I'll get a little bonus. Someone will have to leave my lobby if they're in there. And it'll be great. You've never played a Lacerda. They're so good. Well, it depends. It's a type of game you've got to be into. Strangely, like, I think this is a pretty accessible one. That out of some of his like heavier offerings, like this and Escape Plan, probably the lesser weight. But Rach, my wife, loves the Gallerist. No, loves Kanban. Does not like the Gallerist in any way. In fact, I think most Vital games we've played since, Rach hasn't really been on board with. She likes Escape Plan, actually. But, yeah, something about the way Kanban works she really likes. And found this and all the others just too hard to get to grips with, to the point where, like, she hasn't played the last few because we've firmly established that Vital games just aren't for her. So, like, maybe at some point, one magically will be. But yeah, maybe I'll encourage you to give this one a try. They are kind of, you've got to be sure you want to give them a go because they're practically all now big deluxe editions, right? Which are beautiful. Like, gorgeous Ian O'Toole, graphic design, amazing components. I got a 3D printer, by the way, quite recently for something unrelated. And then, of course, inserts have happened. I found this amazing one that kind of like, I've never seen this in an insert before, that puts like inserty things on the board. So in the future when I'm setting up the game, I just put this thing out and all of these are already organized for me. I'm so excited by it. Right, now we can start the game. So on your turn, you need to take your Gallerist from wherever he is and put him on an action that he isn't already on. Each of the worker placement spots, there are only 4 in the game. Worker placement game with only 4 places to go. Each of the spots corresponds to 2 different actions. You can do one of them. You can do an executive action before or after your turn. Executive action is either you spend tickets that you've got to move people around into your gallery, or you can place an assistant that you've got in your office onto a card that you've got. See, there's little things on the bottom of cards and on the other side of them. You can pop them on there and do an action with them, get a benefit. So, for my turn, I want to either buy art or discover an artist. So I'm going to come here. When you leave a location, you can take an assistant from your offices and leave them behind from where you were. Now, in the future, if somebody kicks you out, if somebody takes an action in a space where you are, or one of your assistants is, after they've finished doing their business, you get a kicked out action, which could be one of those executive actions, or you can spend influence to take the action of the place you just got kicked out of. So with that in mind, I would really like a way of earning influence, but I don't think I'm going to get to. Because he's going to kick me out on his turn. All Lacerda ever does until he gets here is move to the next location clockwise and leave an assistant behind. Doesn't take any actions apart from place some meeples out here blocking spaces and taking options away from you. So I know he is going to come here and kick me out, and I can have another whole action here if I'm willing to drop down to the next star on the reputation track, which cost me 5 reputation to do that. If I can just earn 1 reputation on my turn, it'll only cost me 1. Or if I spend some reputation, we can go down a bit. But I can't really see a way of doing that. To discover an artist, you get a bonus that's on one of these white tiles. And this is a way of getting reputation, but you've got to have people in your gallery. I haven't got anyone in my gallery right now, so I don't think it's really feasible that I'm going to get to repeat an action twice. I can get tickets by discovering these artists. I can get someone into my gallery by discovering a photographer. I don't need to discover these. I need to remember that somehow. Leave the sculptors. You don't need them. I need a lot of paintings. I need a couple of photos. I need 3 3D art. We'll recover reputation later. I am going to buy a piece of art from this 3D artist, which is the only artist I can buy from because they've been discovered. The cost of their art is 1, where this cube is, which is just the space that it started on. So I've got to spend 1 out of my starting 10 to buy a piece of art. What art do they make? This art here. There is a visitor on there. Now, the brown ones are like investors. They can get you a load of money. The pink ones are VIPs. They can get you a load of reputation. These are... what are the white ones called? They're kind of wild. Collectors. They can get you less of both of those things. They can get you a bit of reputation, a bit of money, and they help with the star power as well. So the person that was on the tile goes in the plaza. Then the artist gets 0 fame, so does not move up that track, +1 for every collector in my gallery, which right now is none. I get a brown ticket. Lovely. I've got space on my board to pop that ticket. And that just says it was some 3D art. Then this comes over to my gallery. And look, someone's having a nice look at it there. So we've got a piece of 3D art in the old gallery. Now, one thing that I can do, whenever you need to spend money, and you have to, you can't just do this to get money out of the supply. Whenever you're spending money, you can drop down to the next money space to get 1 discount. So effectively, since I'm going to be spending reputation in a minute, I don't want to drop low. You want to get really high, because look how close the money spaces are when you go high up. But I'm going to be spending reputation in a minute, so I do want to drop down a bit. So I'm not going to spend that 1 money, actually. I'm going to drop down in reputation. I take this signature token to show that that artist made that piece for me. And we look at where they are in reputation. Has the cube reached or passed a green star, a gold star, 3 green stars? No, hasn't even got to a green star yet. So that art that I've just paid 1 for is worth absolutely nothing. But we're going to make them a star. We need to get 3 things from them. So hopefully we'll be able to make them a celebrity, make them worth a fortune. I think I've done all of the steps of that. So remember, buy art, pay cost, take signature, move visitors to plaza, receive indicated tickets, increase fame, exhibit art on the board. The last thing that I need to do is reach into the bag. Oh, no I don't. Normally you would reach into the bag and put a visitor on the new art tile for every ticket that's on here. The next piece of art does not have a ticket. but it will increase the fame of this artist quite a bit. So, that's that. I'm done with my turn. Lacerda's turn. Leaves here and drops an assistant off. Goes clockwise. Kicks me out. Does his turn. And the solo game does not do a turn on anywhere but the international markets. Hey Mike, how's it going? After his turn, I have been kicked out. So, do I want to take an executive action? I could spend that ticket to get a collector, not a collector, an investor into my lobby. They wouldn't actually go into my gallery yet. No, I won't do that. I can drop down to the store to have another turn. I'm tempted, you know, to buy another piece of 3D art. It's one money. It would not get me any tickets, is the downside. I would like to get tickets. I would like to start getting people into the gallery. So I think first we should discover an artist. I'm going to discover this photographer. So to discover an artist, you need to flip their tile and mark their fame. You can see the other ones underneath there. They could have started off higher and been a bit pricier, but I'm starting off with people really low on rep. I could discover this artist instead, but I think I'm going to go cheap to start with. Maybe the painter will be more lucrative. So flip the tile, mark their fame, get the bonus. So this is, I can reach into the bag. No, I don't have to reach into the bag. I can take anyone of my choice from the plaza into my gallery. No tickets required. So, on the one hand, I want this and start getting my reputation straight away, but a collector would be nice for increasing star power. In fact, why didn't you do that first? Take back this early into the playthrough. That's what solo's for, though, isn't it? Why didn't you discover first, and then you've got a collector in there, so when you got that art, they would increase one and be on the green star. Yeah, sometimes the brain's a bit slow. Yeah, so I will do the actions the other way around. And then I take their signature token, not because I have bought a piece of art. Hey Neil, how's it going? And I don't place it on here because I haven't got a piece of art from them yet. What I've got is a commission from them. So I discovered that artist when they were, you know, a starving artist. So no matter what fame they get to, I can buy my first piece of art from them for what they were discovered at for one. Even if they become a celebrity and don't make art anymore, I can still buy one for one, as long as I've got that signature token. I can't discover a new artist while I've still got that, though. Can only have one commission signature at a time. So I paid a lot for that, though. And I am just in my gallery now, so I can go anywhere on my turn. The countdown for the game is when all of these tickets run out. There are 10 in each stack. When they run out, it's the end of the game. When one runs out, we'll have an intermediate scoring. So you've seen, I can get some tickets from some different ways. Whenever Lacerda or his assistant is kicked out of a space, they discard a ticket from the stack that has the most. So it's going to happen pretty quickly that they are going to be getting in my way. And making the game run out. Okay, so now I've got a piece of 3D art. I think I might go to the international markets. I would like a ticket first. So I'd like to earn a bit of reputation. Because when you gain a reputation tile, you have to lose someone from your lobby, unless there's no one in your lobby. But you want people in your lobby to be able to take things from these markets. I'm going to get kicked out of here, so I would like to be like one over the reputation thing, so I can take an action here and it not bankrupt me. I think let's come over to these international markets. I'm not getting a really good vibe out of any of these things, but coming here means I'm not kicking him out of anywhere right now, and he'll kick me out later. So, looking at the columns, the middle one's blocked out for 2 players. That's not the right button. To do something in this column, you need to have anyone in your lobby. The dashed area is your lobby. To do something in this column, you need to have a collector and one of the others in your gallery. To take a reputation tile from a row, you have to have had a piece of art of that type. If you already sold it, that's fine. As long as you have had one at some point in the game, you can take something from that row. It's a reputation tile will score you stuff at the end of the game. Down here, you need to pay money. 1, 3, or 6. And you get a bonus. You leave an assistant behind. They're there for the rest of the game. But I could get a nice ticket from here. Yeah, I'm gonna pay in the auction. What if you paid 6 and got someone else straight into your gallery? It's expensive early on. I'd still have 4 money, and these artists are really cheap. I'm gonna pay 5 and pay 1 influence for a discount. I'm gonna bid 6 on here. So the total amount of money you have spent throughout the game is your bid on this piece of art, which I need to win to get Master Gallerist. I'm going to pay 5 with me 1 discount from here. And yeah, put your assistant on the spot. Gain influence from the column, 3. Pay money based on the row. Done that. Gain the bonus from the space. I can have anyone. So, I would love to just say a collector comes into my gallery again, but you are limited to the collectors you can have. It's 1 plus the number of artworks you've sold. So until I sell something, which is a bit away, I need to get a contract to sell it and then come back here and sell it. I can't get a collector. I could, with this bonus, choose collector and just get them straight from the bag to my gallery. But I'm going to choose a VIP, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to spend my tickets doing executive action yet. That's going to be my action here. I couldn't leave someone behind because I was in my gallery. Lacerda moves, kicks me out, and discard... doesn't discard anything yet. That's if I kick him out. I can have a kicked out action now. I'm going to do it and take the location action by sliding down to the next star. So I'm basically at the same space I was at before. I earned 3, but made sure I spent a little bit on discounts. And then I'm losing the 2 again, so I'm back where I started. So over here, we can either advertise, promote an artist. What it would cost right now, you can only do it with the... Maybe you can do it with the undiscovered ones, actually. But you can go the next level up to what the number is on this thumb. Now these, because they start at nothing, you would have to do the 1, so it would cost you 1 reputation. I'd get a ticket of my choice. I'd pop this on there, and they would go up 1 fame plus 1 for every collector that I've got. So I would get them more famous, make their artwork worth more, and I can get more money when I sell their stuff. The other thing you can do here is buy assistants. You've got space for 4 assistants in your office. When they get kicked out, they come back here. If there's no space, you lose them. So you've got to watch out with that. But I've just permanently lost an assistant by putting them in that auction. So I can buy as many assistants as I would like, if I'm willing to pay over here. So I'd like to promote and make them worth more. But right now, promoting this artist would make them go up 2. There's another thing you can do when their fame goes up for buying an artwork from them or from promoting them. You can drop down to the next white star to make them go up an extra space, and you can do that loads of times if you've got loads of reputation. I'm not in a position to do that. So going up 2 isn't going to get them to the next level of fame. We need to do promotions, essentially, to be able to keep... Like, we need to make him a celebrity at some point. Yeah, earning more reputation feels like a bit of a problem to me right now. If I promote and then spend some money, getting an extra action only costs me like 1 influence, but I'm back down to nothing that I hate doing. Just earning reputation is a bit thin on the ground right now. Just thinking, if I don't buy assistance right now, and I leave him behind and then go to the international markets when I get kicked out from there and put him in, I've got no assistants to stay out for kicked out actions. So I think I've got to buy new assistants. How many do I want to buy them? We'll definitely have him for 1. We'll definitely get 2 for 3 money. I can't spend all of my money on the next one. So we'll buy 2. I get a brown ticket for buying that second one. And so I think I might as well have an executive action. Let's spend those 2 brown tickets, getting a investor in my gallery. The tickets are out of the game. Money spent, and we've got 2 assistants to play with. I'm not too happy about that though. They come back to the office because they're done with now, and it's my turn. So, oh, let's say I didn't leave someone behind. I need to... I need to get a contract, don't I? So I can start selling and stuff. I want to buy another piece of art. It's also cheap. That's what it is 2 now. By not promoting her, her artwork stays a little bit cheap and I can afford it. But I think, yeah, first thing, if you come over here to get a contract, when you get kicked out, it's going to cost you 5 influence to do something. You want to do something that... Or when you got the assistants, get 2 discounts. Yeah. And hire the next one, which would have given you a pink ticket. We're on no reputation right now, which I'm not very happy about. But then I get a pink ticket, and I could have spent that when I did the executive action to put them in there. Okay, I'm happy with that. Because then it's only going to cost me 1 action to do a kicked out thing. I'm going to come here and get a contract. So, you've got the option here, when you're getting contract cards. I can take one of these, or I can draw 4 more and then pick one. So the risk is, I want 3D art right now, because it's what I've got, and I need to sell at least 1. So other things wouldn't be terrible to get, but that would be the most helpful to me. Oh no, if no one's in the lobby, I can't get a reputation tile, can I? When would you not have people in the lobby? Yeah, don't spend that pink ticket. Just keep it on hand. You didn't even take it from the display. So do I want to risk? Like, that is hire an assistant for free, is a special action that I could do. Or do I want to... No, I think I'm happy with that. I'm going to take that card. The other option is sell, and I can't do that because I need a contract for a piece of art that I have, which now I have got. So I can pop this on one of these spaces, and only for this very first time, get a ticket for placing that card there. So pink is going to be no good because there's no more pink in the plaza right now. I think we need... I'd like white tickets for when more collectors come out, but there's... Until I discover like an experienced artist, that's not going to happen. Maybe we should go for brown. Get those brown tickets going. So that gets replaced at the end of the turn. Ooh, the next one card would have been a painting. And then for kicking, do you want to do an executive action? So I could place my assistant on here and get a thing right now, but that would get me a reputation, and I don't want that to happen just yet. It can happen in a minute. So I don't think I want to place anyone on there. So my action's finished. Lacerda has been kicked out, and so discards a white ticket, because that's the one with the most. And that's that. Lacerda takes his turn and comes over here, kicks me out, leaves an assistant behind here. And at the... Oh dear. He's going to take... the reputation. He goes before me. He's going to take the reputation tile I was going to. Because what he does is top left, and then he switches to the auction, and then he'll do top right, and then he'll switch to the auction, and then he'll do the next row. That's the pattern that he works with. If I've already taken something, he'll skip that space and carry on with that pattern. So at the moment, that is the only reputation tile that I'm eligible for. Because that's the only artwork that I've purchased. And he's going to take it. That was a bit of an oversight, wasn't it? Because I didn't want to lose this VIP from the lobby. So I'm going to have to go in the auction again. But that's going to leave me with not enough money to do stuff. Oh dear, dear, dear. Well, Lacerda goes here anyway. I've misjudged that. If we can get a collector in the lobby, but one's got to come out. If we can get a collector in the lobby, then we can take something from this column. But I can't right now. So I'm going to spend my one reputation, which is to the next star level. I'm in the way of it, but there is a star there, to take the action. But since I'm not eligible for a reputation tile, I'm going to have to go to the auction again. So I'll spend one of me 2 money. You can see I'll put my money there so you can see it at all times. To pop an assistant here and get me a ticket. I get a brown ticket. And then that assistant comes back. So I've still got 3 assistants to be working with. I'm going to leave. And I'm going to come here, kicking Lacerda out. And I'm going to buy 3D art because I'm going to sell when I get kicked out next. So... yeah, I'm sure. Before we do the action, I'm going to have to do my executive action, which is pop my assistant on there, hire an assistant for free, and the assistant does an influence action. You can see it a bit bigger here. I get 2 influence for every pink in my gallery, 1 for every collector. So there's going to be 3 influence right now. And then I buy the art, which costs 2, which I can't afford, but I can drop back down, getting a 1 discount. So pay the cost, take the signature. So that goes just on top of that one. Can't buy any more 3D art from that artist until 1 is sold and a signature token's put back. So move visitors to the plaza. There were none on this tile, so we don't do that. Receive tickets. There were none. That's why there were no visitors. Increase the fame. 3 plus 1 for a collector is 1, 2, 3, 4. So she is now a 2 green star artist. And the value of a 3D art goes up to 8 money. Ooh. Is that all of the bits? Exhibit the art on your board. Lovely stuff. Okay. Next piece of art has got 1 ticket on it. So, randomly from the bag. I'm hoping for a collector. And we get an investor. Okay. Collectors are a bit scarce, but we can get them by discovering these better, arguably better artists. So, I kicked out Lacerda. These have both got 9 in. I'm going to say get rid of a white ticket. I can choose if they're both equal. Lacerda moves out, leaves a dude behind, comes here, and I can have a kicked out action. Do I want one here? I would like to sell the art, because then I've got money. But at 0 reputation, how am I going to earn some more reputation to do stuff? To do kicked out actions. I could do it, I think. It would be nice to get more new influence for what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to spend the influence to have a kicked out action, and I'm going to sell. Are you going to sell art? Yeah, I'm going to sell art. So the steps to sell art. Get money. So I'll sell either of these. I'll sell my newest piece. It is worth 8 money. So I go from 0 to 8. So I'm desperate for cash. 2 people were looking at that, though. And we've nearly unlocked this reputation tile. Game money. Remove the art. Remove a visitor. Because someone bought that art. So someone goes back to the plaza, right? Yep. They get their signature token back. Now, the contract, because I sent a pink out, goes this way up. So I now have a new action that I can take to get that influence. 2 for every pink, 1 for every white. But I've just sent a pink out. But I get this assistant back that was on the card facing the other way. Is that all of the bits? Return the signature. Done. Yeah. And then he comes back because I've been kicked out. So, I'm going to leave here and leave a guy behind. I would like... I've still only got 3D art. I'm going to come here and kick him out. And I'm going to get a contract. So I do not need a contract for 3D art anymore. I only need to sell 1. I need paintings or photos. So the bonus is... There's a photo and a painting here, both with the bonus of get a new contract card. So I don't have to come here again to get another one. This one is hire an assistant for free. I've got a lot of assistants right now, or I could draw more and we might get that reputation action, the gain money action. I think get the contract. The assistant doesn't come with a bonus. So we're going to go for, who did we discover? The photographer. So I could more quickly sell a piece of art from the photographer. But I only need to sell 1 from the photographer. That's okay. Yeah. I'll pop them on the pink ticket to gain one of them. And I would love my executive action to be put people in the gallery first to get a load of reputation. But what I think I'm going to do is place someone on here to get this reputation action, knowing I've only got one collector in the gallery. So it's only going to get me one reputation, but that one reputation is all I need to be able to do another action here. And I think action economy is going to influence that. So wasting this whole action and this assistant until I get a new contract on there to earn me one solitary reputation. Yeah, I like to try and race up this, but hasn't gone that way. I kicked Lacerda out, so we've got to discard a pink or a white. I'm going to say white. And he doesn't go back to his gallery because you just need to know where he goes next. He goes here and kicks me out. Oh, we need to refill the card here. Or get a person of your choice from the bag into your gallery. That'd be nice, but it's 3D art. I wish I'd drawn the 4 at the start, maybe. But getting that assistant did help. Okay, I've been kicked out. I'll spend a reputation. Do I want to discover an artist? Get 2 different tickets. Or I could discover this artist and get another collector in the middle, because I've sold a piece of art now. Or we buy from the photographer. Because buying from him is going to cost 10 if we discover the really good artist. And it'd be better if we can get another collector first. Yeah, I'm going to buy from the photographer. So do all of your steps. Pay the cost, which is 1. It would be nicer later to make them more famous, and then I still only have to pay 1. But it's the solo game. So they're going to be worth 1 star in a minute. Pay you 1. I'm not going to get a discount because I've got no influence. Their fame increases by 1. 0 plus 1 per collector. I can't spend influence to increase that anymore, but they are a green star, so their art is worth 5. I can have a ticket of my choice. I'm going to go for pink. And then I can exhibit that in the old gallery. Have you done all of the steps? Yes. Last one. There's 1 ticket on the next card, so 1 person comes from the bag. I think the bag being empty is... Oh, it's the end of the game is not just the tickets. I got a comment about that earlier. It's when 2 of these things happen. No tickets, no visitors in the bag, or 2 celebrities. And we need to make celebrities. So that's buying that done. That was me kicked out action. So now I have 0 reputation again. I would like to spend tickets to get people into the gallery. I'm going to spend 3 pink and a brown. So 1, 2, 3 pink and 1 brown. I've got another brown, but I want someone in the lobby. Do I? I don't think I do, you know. I'm not going to spend the brown. I do for when that happens, but that's not going to happen just yet, I don't think. So yeah, I am going to spend those 3 pink to do that. I can't get a white in the plaza to do that column. I think I might have messed the reputation tiles up. I'm going to come here and kick him out again. So I can leave behind there. And I'm going to... I need to buy another photo and another 3D art, really. This gets a collector out, though, onto the board. Let's buy this. So it cost me 2. I've got loads of money. The fame goes up 1 for now. How's this getting you? I'm not getting kicked out anytime soon, so I don't need immediate reputation like I have been needing. I'm going to go for a white ticket now. Don't want to get them in. And then that's getting exhibited on my board. So this comes out here. And I was doing this to get reputation. I'm going to put it here. And I get 5 reputation right now. But what I could do instead... Oh, I could not get that white ticket. I could just get a pink instead. You are going to want reputation at some point soon. But I'll get it. I'm going to put it here. Get anyone from the plaza to your gallery. I'm going to take that collector straight in. Boom. So, did their fame go up? Yeah, I think it did. It only went up 1, didn't it? So I only had the 1 collector at the time. Do all your bits. Move visitors plaza, receive tickets, increase the fame, exhibit art on your board. And then there are 2 tickets on the next piece of art. So 2 investors come out. Lacerda was kicked out. I think white has the most. So we just got a white, and Lacerda comes over here. Nothing negative for Vital kicking himself out. So he just does nothing there. I am going to come to... Oh! I know, take back, take back, take back. Take a white ticket. Which means a pink would have been discarded on Lacerda's turn. Because you could come here. Spend your tickets first. Get a brown, like... Oh, there isn't a white, though. You have made it so there's not a white, though. Big take back. Put this here and get reputation instead. Leave him in the middle. And we get 2, 4, 5 reputation. Yeah? You sure? Then we spend tickets this turn and put them in the lobby from executive action. We've kicked him out. So he's going to do 2 things here, but I'll get to do 2 things as well. So right now, I can have 1 reputation, because these things are in the lobby. I've done 3D art stuff, so I can go here. So he's going to go there, but I'm fine with that. So I can take this reputation track. Someone has to leave the lobby. I'm going to say brown. And then I put this somewhere else. Actually, I could say white leaves the lobby. And then pop white in the gallery. Beautiful. That's the way around to do it all. I have to leave an assistant behind there. There are majorities for these columns as well. Thanks, Lynette. Enjoy your packing. Enjoy your trip as well. We're going on a trip soon. Okay. Because I kicked him out of here, he is going to discard... How many is there now? I think it's the same of everything. So I'm going to say brown. But he also puts a meeple in here. So it would be 1, 1, 1, 1. He puts his assistant there. He doesn't get anything for it. He's just competing for majorities and this auction. So at the moment, I've bid 7. He has bid 1. Downside of that is, he is going to come over and kick me out of here and do it again. So now he moves to this one, which is the next... Oh, yeah. If you hadn't taken that, he would take it. But yeah, that's the next tile I'm eligible for. Oh. And I can't go from the right-hand row again. Because of what I've done. You fool. He's going to take this away, and this is for everyone you've put in the auction. That'd be really good for me. Probably better than the paintings one. But yeah, that's what he takes. Can't change it now. But what do I do now? So I can spend 1 reputation to do an action here. I'm running out of assistance again. And all I can do is spend 3 money to get an assistant for free. It will get me 3 reputation. Oh, really frustrated with that. Messed that up twice. Yeah, I'll spend 2. I'll get 1 discount. I'll spend 2. Pop in there and get me the next assistant. And that'll get me 3 reputation. And another bid on the auction. Ugh. I need to get 5 reputation tiles and I keep... You can still get in the auction, but... Disgusted with myself. Right. Maybe we're going to have to pivot and not try for Master Gallerist because I'm messing this up. That's me being kicked out, so I can go anywhere now. He's going to kick me out of there, so there's no need to go there. We should. I've got no room in my gallery to buy a new piece of art. I could go on the radio and promote... Because I could sell when I get kicked out. I could come here and promote the photographer. They would go up 3 stages and be worth a bit more cash, and I'd try to make him a celebrity. And I'd get a ticket. I'm massively bothered about that. It'll get me 3 more money when I sell. Or we just come here and I discover someone. So I need to discover them at some point and buy 2 things from them. So he's come in here. Doesn't kick anyone out yet. So let's do this first. If I discover this artist is going to be easier to make a celebrity. I'm just going to need a lot of money to buy their art. So that goes into the middle. And this is their fame goes up, isn't it? By... Increase any fame. By 2. So I get their signature tile. Get a cube. So I could still get them to 8 now, but who are you making a celebrity? If I increase them by 2, they're worth a gold star. I can still buy it for 10. Yeah. I'll do that. So Lacerda leaves a guy behind. Kicks me out. I can spend 2 reputation to... Let's sell. Yeah, I need to sell, don't I? So I can buy stuff again. Oh, did you want to do that executive action first? Probably, yeah. Because we're about to sell, aren't we? On my turn, I didn't do an executive action, did I? So get a new contract. You want to sell another painting. You know, you want to sell 2 paintings and a photo. So is that just get it from... When you take contract as a bonus, can you draw 4? Is it just like when you do the action? I think it is. So do I get to draw 4 more first, is what I'm wondering. I don't particularly need to get an assistant. I'm going to draw 4 first. Let's say that I can. So I don't need to sell another photo. I need to sell paintings. So get some money, get someone into the gallery. That's what I'll pick. And this can get me any ticket. And we're going to go for white, because there's now a collector in the plaza. I could put it here and get this assistant back. But yeah, then when it comes to this kicked out action, and I sell, I am going to get my assistant back. So we're selling a photo. They're only on 1 green star, so it's only worth 5 money. Yeah, money. Remove the art. They keep a little track of the stuff that I've sold for later on. So I'm doing my goals. That's one of the goals. That's worth 10 at the end now. Remove the art. Remove a visitor. Who bought it? It's always tough, this, because the thing you send out is the side it ends up on. So if I send a pink out, I get this action, but it's made less powerful because I've sent a pink out. That's the trick. Send a brown out. So the money action goes face up. He bought the art. You're in the contract. Return the signature. Done. So that was my kicked out action there. Leaving here. What is the tie in the auction? The player with the highest offer in the 3rd column, because that's the hardest one. So I'm just thinking the way the pattern goes, I'm going to have to bid in here again at some point. Seeing if I kick him out of here, I've got the tickets to be able to get a tile. He would then go here. Yeah, do it. So I can spend tickets as an executive action. Spend a brown and a white. And I'm going to take this. And we're putting it on. Someone's fame increased by 2. Free assistant and a ticket. 2 tickets. 2 money. Probably free assistant. We're running out of assistants. Free assistant, yeah. And a ticket of my choice will be white. But then, because I kicked Lacerda out, they're going to discard a pink. So, don't know whether to flip this over. There's still a decent amount of tickets left. And would go here. So next time we go there, time after we'll go there, which is okay. I'm going to have to go here at some point. Maybe when I get kicked out. Which means I'm going to need 6 money for that. Ugh. Stuff. Right. Oh, and I need to get a reputation because it's from the right column. Lacerda. Leave someone behind. Kicks me out. I am going to come in here by spending 1 influence. And I am going to... I've got 9 money and a contract for a painting. So I could buy a painting. I need to sell 2 of them. It would be worth... So it cost me 10. And it would sell for 17. To get this auction money. Because until people are celebrities, I'm limited on the space in my gallery. So I think I need to do that. Yeah, buy this. So it's going to cost you 10 because I've got the signature. So we can have it for cheap. Oh, I don't know why I'm picking up a ticket to explain that. I have got 8 money. So I'm going to have 2 discounts. But that kind of works out okay for the next kicked out action if I don't gain any influence before then. So I can just afford it. They go out here. I can have 2 tickets. I am going to say 2 different tickets. I want to say white, but I don't know if more collectors are going to come into the game. Let's just say white in case they do. So I kind of want to leave him in the lobby. Well, someone needed to leave the lobby when I took that reputation tile. That's why I put 2 browns in there. Then, what are all the steps of buying art? Pay the cost, take the signature. Move the visitors, receive your tickets, increase the fame. That's the bit I haven't done. 1, 2, 3. They're on 2 gold stars, so that is worth 17 bucks. And look at it here. 2 people enjoying that. What a gallery. They can't use that space unless it's for a masterpiece. So someone at the top of their fame has made it. Okay, and that's kicked out action from there. My turn is probably going to be to sell that. Because I need the money back. I also need assistance. It's so tough. So I need to... I'll take a... Take a pink and brown rather than a pink and white. No, keep it as it is. First of all, I'm going to have to do the action here. And let's get a pink into the gallery that we're then going to immediately lose. So we're coming here, kicking him out. I will leave someone behind. Sell art. I'm going to sell that painting. 17 big ones. Remove art, remove visitor. That pink just came and went straight away. So that contract can go this way up, so I can get some influence back. My assistant comes back, because I haven't got many assistants. I'm going to have to buy some at some point. And... return the signature. Kick Lacerda out, and they discard a brown. Lacerda kicks himself out. Nothing happens. I don't know whether to come here again now. So it's 15 to buy art from him. If I come here again now, though, I'll get a reputation and kind of waste No, actually, I'll get 1, 3, 5, 7. So yeah, it's a bit of a waste coming here and doing that right now. Just need to get 2 more reputation tiles. Those 2 reputation tiles are my only option as well. Because I'm not going to have had a sculpture. Hey Jerry, how's it going? I really like going back to the old ones as well. It's partly because I've got a little baby and learning a lot of new things is a little bit tougher. But also, things don't come out as much in the summer. And yeah, I really like going back to these. This is one of my favourite games. So I'm already getting a kicked out action there. But if I go there now, I'm just going to run out of assistance doing that. I haven't really got the money to buy more assistance. Which is going to be a toughie. Worry about going there in a minute. For now, I need a painting and I need to promote people. I haven't got the reputation to promote people just yet, though. I could get reputation. I need to earn more money. Oh. So if I get this painting, he is so close to being a celebrity. He's 2 away from being a celebrity. So I can just promote him next time. It's an unfortunate... I need someone from the bag on there. It's an unfortunate tile that's come out that doesn't get him a load of reputation. Be nice if that star was a bit bigger. How do we go about this? Oh, you've also got like a place where we can put the reputation tile that can increase someone's fame. That'd be worth it. Go here, kick him out, and leave someone behind, and buy the painting. Oh, white. I've got 2 white tickets. Oh, perfect. So where's he going to go next? Here. And then the next one, he would want to go here, so he'll go there. I think, do I need this guy in here? Let's not move the collectors just yet. So his fame goes up 2 because I've got 2 collectors. I need to pay 15 to buy this. I get his thing again, and he is 2 gold stars once again. So not as much profit this time, but I need to sell these things. I need to go and get a contract for it. I need to go and sell it. Lacerda discards a brown or a pink. I'll say a brown. Then Lacerda comes around to the international market and is going to go here, which I don't care about that row at all. I am going to spend my one influence. And these celebrities are going to be so tough. Okay, you haven't taken your brown ticket. Oh, you would have taken a brown ticket, so he would have discarded pink, actually. You haven't finished this. Have I done all of the bits? That's in my gallery, anyway. And, oh, no one on there. So that would have been the one, would have increased his thing. So I haven't got the money for the auction. So I'm going to get this. And I'm going to put it here. What is Have Masterpiece? Does it have to be a masterpiece when I sell it? Getting conflicting answers on Board Game Geek of what counts as a masterpiece. Usually it's stuff that I'm exhibiting. How many masterpieces do I need? 3. Probably shouldn't have got that guy. I think it was a mistake to get the experienced guy. We need to get these up and promote more. All of my gallerist skills have melted away. Yeah, they just have to have been masterpieces. Acquired in the rules means exhibited in your gallery right now or sold previously in your gallery. So it will have been a masterpiece. I'll sell a masterpiece. So yeah, I'm going to put the reputation tile there and get 2 reputation for this guy, who is now a celebrity and has made a masterpiece. I get 5 money for making him a celebrity. I need to leave this guy behind here, so I haven't got any assistants. Oh dear, that's bad. Oh, the assistants are going to mess me up now as well. Not having them. I'll get 1 reputation. Someone's got to leave the lobby. On my turn, I've got to come up here and get a contract. And then sell that contract. So I'm going to... I can put that guy there as the kicked out, so it's not as bad as it seems. I need a contract to sell a painting, and it's the last contract I need. Ugh, I don't want the bonus of get another contract. Will draw 4 give me a... If draw 4 doesn't give me a painting, though... Just how many... If I had good memory, I'd know. Like, have a lot of paintings come out? Yeah, 1 has come out before. If a painting doesn't come out, I don't need to sell anything else, so I am basically screwed. But that's a bonus I do not need. But I think we've got to go for it. I can't risk it not being a painting in the next 4 cards. So if I put it here, I get that assistant back. And the next card that comes out, of course it was a painting, but yeah, any action would have been more useful. It would have only got me a couple of money, but something in it. So then for executive action, we need to get some people in the gallery. I can spend me 2 white to put him there. I might as well use my brown and pink as well. Get some more people in the lobby, why not? While we're doing it, might as well. Okay, Lacerda comes around. Kicks me out. And so I'm going to spend an influence to sell the painting, which is now worth 20 because it's a celebrity. So it was a masterpiece when it was sold. I don't know how we denote that. It's like... Does the other painting that I sold count as a masterpiece now they're a celebrity? It doesn't really matter too much because I need to have multiple 3D art bought. Hey Jackie, how's it going? On Mars is one of the only ones that I didn't keep. I'm sorry to say, because it was too much for my brain. Although the expansion, I never got the expansion. I did a Kickstarter like preview video for it. Although I've playthrough, I think actually. And the co-op mode or the solo mode that was in the expansion worked for me way better. But space, unfortunately. Although when I was like setting this up again and stuff, like why can't I get them all? Speakeasy is so good as well. I want to do something with Speakeasy. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out, like, this was a masterpiece when I sold it, so that definitely counts. Does this one now count? Because he painted it. So, is he on there? I should link, actually. Can I copy and paste the trays? It's on printables from M. Scott. He designed these. And they're amazing. I'm going to put it in the chat now. So it's like 3D printed, which I'm very new to. But the thing I liked so much about them is not only has it got, the trays to set up quickly and everything like that, but loads of the stuff, you just pull it out of the insert and you just pop it on the board. It's got a little thing for blocking here, but like these guys, just flip them over and reset at the end of the game. Pop them all back in the box. When you're setting up next time, the signature tokens are already there. The promotion tokens are already there. I haven't promoted anyone all game. I've got a prototype of Speakeasy, which is pretty much like the final thing. I've only played it once in a 2-player game with my friend. But I loved it. And I feel like the solo mode is going to be so good from me reading it. So I'm doing a kicked out action to sell this painting. So someone's got to leave. It can go up that way around. Selling the painting for 20 money. I'm probably going to have to buy some assistants with, annoyingly. Because I need more assistants to keep coming here. I don't need to ever come here again. Have you done all of the bits for selling? Gain money. Remove art. Remove visitor. Put the contract return section. Yeah, I've done all the bits. Hey, Hey Shelley, how's it going? I'm very much looking forward to it. I've just not had time. Well, I had a baby. I did have the prototype before then, but I was trying to get a load of videos filmed for the baby as well. Not for the baby, although one day, hi Sabrina, if you end up watching this. So I've been kicked out and that is done. I've got all this money. I need to buy more 3D art. Isn't that always the problem? So, I am going to get kicked out in a bit. So anything that can earn me some reputation, I would get 2, 3, 4, 5 reputation, which is not an ideal number to get. But if I do something that earns money, I can get a discount on some of that money. I need to buy at least one assistant, which is really annoying to buy one assistant. If I do without kicked out actions, I don't need to buy an assistant. So I just need this and to go there, I think. If you come here now, you'll get one reputation for the kicked out action. And you don't need this guy in here at all, which will make it easier to make one of these a celebrity. Have I sold the things right? 2 paintings, that, yes. Exhibiting. Photo sorted. Sculpture, that. 1 more piece of 3D art. So I don't even need the... Maybe this is achievable. Come here. And go here. I haven't got tickets though. Oh, this is going to get you a lot. Oh, it's getting me 6, so that's all right. But I can't get my guys back in because I'm not earning tickets. Because I'm not taking actions that earn me tickets. Right, come here and do that. So you go there and earn me 5 reputation. 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get 1 from the column, and I've got to pay 6 there. I've definitely won that. So all I need to do is buy a piece of 3D art, promote them enough to be a celebrity, and get that tile. Because I need 5 reputation tiles. Gonna be tight. Okay, I kicked Lacerda out. So the ticket, it could be any of them. I'm going to say white. There's 3 of each. So the intermediate scoring happens so late because I'm evenly discarding everything. And then he goes... He would go there, but he's going there instead. So I need to make sure I'm the next person. I can't be kicked out into here. I need to go here. Because if I get kicked out there, he is going to come here first and take that away from me. Ah! Right. Lacerda kicks me out, leaves someone behind. I pay 1 reputation to have an action here. I need to buy a piece of 3D art, which costs me 6, which I can afford no problem. You go out there. They get 3 on this track, which isn't a lot. And then I will have a white ticket, please. It can be anything. And then... that goes out there. I think that's all of the bits. Buy art. Pay cost. Take signature. You didn't do that. So 3 green stars now. There's 1 ticket on that tile. Boom. Yeah, increase value artist, exhibit art on board. Done. That's all of the art I need in my gallery. Because that's the 4th. All we've got to do is promote. Probably at least 3 times I've got to come here. And go there. I don't have enough reputation for all of this to happen. Okay. So need to come here and start that off. I won't leave someone behind because I can't be kicked out in there. That's not an option. So he'll kick me out and I'll get to do this again. I need assistance. I do need an assistant, don't I? The lack of assistance is going to ruin me. Because it cost me 1 reputation now to promote here. And then to do the kicked out action, I'll have to spend it all, and then I've got nothing to do the promotion with. But on my board, I can get reputation, but I've only got 1 assistant, because they're all on here. Because he's going to kick me straight out of here. So I could go and earn a bit there, but he's going to kick me straight out. So do I spend the reputation? Well, that's the kicked out. You're going to have to spend 1 of the actions at least to buy an assistant. Because 1 assistant needs to be left behind there. If you want to get reputation. It's annoying because the second promotion thing is get reputation. Which would be perfect. I only need these 2 actions for the rest of the game now. So what are you going to do when you leave here? And he isn't going to kick you out again for ages? I do not know. I have got a tile for... I don't like the low reputation game I've been playing. I like being up here. I will. That earns you 5, doesn't it? I'll buy 2 assistants. Do I need 2? I've got the money. I'll buy 2 assistants. My last 2 cost me 11. And I might as well have 2 discount on that. So it cost me 9. Because I'm spending the reputation to do another action here anyway. And I'll spend my white ticket as my executive action to put them in there. Then I kick Lacerda out. So pink or brown goes away. Then Lacerda comes along, kicks me out, But they can't do it that way around. Then you haven't done the bonus action for hiring them. Okay, first, I would have to spend the one promoting. Yeah, you're going to have to flip those. Because you won't have any reputation as you worked out. On my action, I would have to spend a rep. And get a ticket. Oh yeah, get a pink ticket for the future. And then they go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might only have to do this twice. And then for the kicked out action, I can't have any discount to buy the assistants the way I just did. On my turn, I'm going to come here again, because otherwise he's going to take this away. I've got someone in here, so that's okay. Get 3 reputation. Get this. And do I want it on tickets? What is the money? Oh, for hiring the assistants, the money would have been 4, because I've got no browns in my thing, so I get 4 money. I don't need that. So, do you want to get 4 money again or 2 tickets? Tickets accelerates the end of the game, though. I only need an action, don't I? Don't I just need to come back here again, and then they're a celebrity, and that's it? I'm pointing at the board that the thing isn't on. Don't all I need to do in this game is come back here and make them a celebrity. I need to put that on there to show that next time you need to do it with a 2. And they're 1 gold star, by the way. Get 2 tickets. Take pink. Take white. Why white? Oh, you gotta leave an assistant behind there. Because that'll trigger an intermediate scoring at the end of my turn. There's no... I don't know why I need to turn that to show you there's no white tickets left. We score reputation and money. I'm going to pay to put a pink in me. I think I'm forgetting a reputation tile. Someone needs to leave the lobby. Intermediate scoring, 4 money, and 2, 4, 6, 8 reputation. I don't want the kicked out action though. 4 more money. I think this is okay. He comes here, can't put anything anywhere. I'm going to kick him out because he'll leave an assistant behind. I don't want to kick to... Oh, I could get more reputation, couldn't I? I could come here and have another 4, 6, 8. Because you can have... When you get kicked out, you can do an executive action. So I come here and I'll pay 2 to promote them another time, which is going to get me reputation again, another 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, making them a celebrity, giving me 5. And yeah, the 3D art in there are masterpieces. But the game isn't over. Oh, I discard a ticket. It's going to have to be a brown one. Lacerda just keeps moving. And I don't need to do anything, do I? I do want to have a reputation. So for my turn, executive action, I'll put them there for... It's 8 again, isn't it? So suddenly, after having none the whole game, I have built people up now. I don't need to sell any more art. And then the fact that I've got all this done makes me feel like I've done something wrong, but I've had fun. I'm going to buy a photo. So it's going to be worth more than what I pay for it. So it costs 3. I get a white or pink ticket and a brown ticket. And their fame goes up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 3 stars. Could even drop a load of levels to make them more famous, but I don't think that's worth doing. Because I want to have more photos rather than paintings, but he won't sell to me. Now he's a celebrity. So it has to be a masterpiece in that 4th space, but it is, because it's by a celeb. And that's it. There are no tickets left. Now, is that it? No, that's one of the triggers. 2 celebrities is the other trigger. Boom. End of the game. And I think I may have gone wrong somewhere here, but maybe not. Maybe I've just done it right. So, Master Gallerist. I need 35 amongst the curator and art dealer. For my curator, oh, you haven't done all of the scoring yet. What are the scoring bits? I forget. Final scoring. Oh, you play one last round as well. Yeah, this makes me think I've had too much time here. Maybe I've just not gotten as many tickets. Like, I had a load of things here of art that gave me no tickets. That held me back in some ways, but might have helped in another way. Or I've just forgot to do something. Because I would discard a ticket now, but it doesn't matter because it's the end of it. So you'd get to do one more thing with no kicked out action, but I don't think anything else can really help me, can it? I can spend like 1 influence here to give them 5 and me another ticket. You just take them from the supply if there's none left for you getting the one that you want. And I can put another pink in my gallery. I don't know if that makes any difference to anything. Makes them a bit more famous. Puts them on Gold Star now. All my artwork is... actually, you two are celebrities. You two are Gold Star. So... market column majorities. I've got the majorities. So I get 21 in the market. Where's my piece of paper? This isn't every time that I've tried this. But, hey, look, way back in 2016. It might be the last time I tried it, actually. 2023, I think that's the last time I played. So what are we on now? The 6th. 7th? Last played it 3 days in the future, 2 years ago in the past. 10th of August. So in the markets, I got 21. That's unusual. Reputation tile, I don't think I did as well in. Your score doesn't really matter. So I get a point for every 3 reputation that I've got. I've got 32, so I've done myself out of 1 there. But that'll get me 10, won't it? How are you going to remember all this? Every 4 promotion tile you did, none. I didn't do that at all. Each artist with 4 promotion, none of them. Every painting I got 2, and I sold them both. So that gets me... oh, do the ones that get your reputation first. Because that gets you 2 reputation and 6 money. So we're on 6. A point for every person in your gallery. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. In fact, you could have, if you'd taken brown instead of pink, you could have put a brown all the way in, because I've already got a brown spare, and then you could have spent the one pink to put that guy in. That would have been the thing to do. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Every assistant is a rep and a money. I got them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Everyone bought. And the other one, so 10. 10 rep, but you're at the end, so you don't get anything. And 10 points. What was I on? 16, 18, 20, 22, 24. And then we're at 35. I've forgotten. 20, 22, 24. And then I get 11 here. So 35 on reputation tiles. So that's a lot less than usual. I usually get 65, 50, 60-ish for the reputation tiles. So 35 is a lot less, but I've done better in the markets. Exhibiting should be decent. So before we exhibit... not before we exhibit. In my exhibits, I have 2 pieces of 3D art from a renowned celebrity. So they're 40. The photos each are worth 34. So that's going to be 74 in my gallery. Oh, wait a minute. Did I need to discover... Do I need to discover the sculptor? Or is the sculpture just worth 0 points because I didn't discover them? How does that work? If I needed to, I could have just, instead of promoting at the end, just come and discovered the sculptor. If I need to do that. But maybe it's okay if they haven't been discovered. I'm typing, my keyboard's way down. Make sure you put BGG in your search. If the artist was not discovered, this is an answer from... Is that from Vital? That's from Vital Danilo, not Vital Lacerda, isn't it? No, that is from Vital Lacerda. If the artist was not discovered, you receive the value of the highest undiscovered artist, 10. This is a very rare event. Thematically, the artist was the creator of that work of art, but he simply was not discovered by you. So it's only worth 10, but that's alright, isn't it? I don't know if it's going to give me a high score. We'll see. What is my high score on this sheet that I've written down? 237. Last time we played. But, like, I did a couple 2 years ago. I did one in March where the danger of going for Master Gallerist is, if you get it wrong, you'll end up with no rank at all. That's why the ones that, oh, you see, like, oh, started out Apprentice, Experienced, oh, became Master Gallerist, because I just kept repeatedly playing it. I don't think this is all of the plays. When I got this, I think I got it a bit late. I didn't back the Kickstarter. I couldn't afford it at the time. I probably couldn't afford when I bought it, but I still bought it off someone eventually. I just played it incessantly. I think it was this and Feast for Odin. I was just playing solo constantly. It's kind of like, it's strange actually. If this is 2016, is that when the Gallerist came out? I first made a video. Oh, that's interesting, isn't it? Loads of plays, and then I print this out, and some more plays. 25th of April. The 27th of April is when I first did a video on the channel. That's when the channel started. So that probably caused an end to the Gallerist run. Although I did do a playthrough of it back then. Anyway, back to this. The Curator card. I have got 2 pieces of 3D art. I won the auction for this. I don't know why I've had it that way around the whole time. Because I paid more for it. So there you can see. 2 3D, a photo, and a sculpture. Done. 15. Over at the dealer, I have sold 2 paintings, a photo, and a 3D for 20. My influence is worth 20 money. 2015 it came out. Yeah, I probably played a load of it in 2015. Odin came out in 2015, didn't it? It would have been like after Essen 2015. I was playing loads of this and loads of that. So I didn't print this out straight away. Interesting. Like I got back into another run of it. Maybe this is when I got it though, because it was just an apprentice. I don't know. I remember playing a load of this and a load of Feast for Odin anyway. Money, not a ton. 5, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. It's money as points. More than we ended up with the last couple of times. So that gives me a total of, oh dear, 56, 130, 140, 155, 175, 195, 250, 213. So not a high score. I got, if we're only counting the sold one when he was a celebrity, that's one masterpiece. I've got 3 masterpieces, I think. So I'm pretty sure. I could have just shown this on screen the whole time, couldn't I? For Master Gallerist, you need 35 money from your things. I did that. You need 5 reputation tiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You need 3 masterpieces. Got them. And it doesn't matter how much money you earned, but we got 213, which is... Now, if the goals kept increasing from the other ranks, I think we still would have made it. MG. The OG MG. And, you know what, if find a mistake, don't worry about it. You can comment and let me know what it was if you want. But I'm not really bothered. In my head, I was a Master Gallerist, whatever goof might have happened. I think this... Would this been the first Beetle that I played? I think Kanban would have been the first. It was Kanban 2014. I'm pretty sure... Yeah, Kanban's 2014. I'm pretty sure that it wasn't like the first time we were gaming in 2014. But I think that was the year that I started going a bit mad with board games and discovering Rado and just seeing this like back catalogue of amazing Euros and that, oh, the games don't have to have fighting in them. Oh, amazing. The games don't have to have stealing and destroying stuff. And I feel like Kanban was the first one like that came out when I was aware of them. I don't know if I would have already had CO2. Like I was aware of it coming out. I remember like Essen 2014 was the first like time I knew about Essen and was trying to pick up some of the games from it, and it kind of escalated, didn't it, a bit from there. But that might have been the first one. I wonder if I've got my phone in here. I used to really... I've tried to do it this year, but I used to be really good at logging all of my plays. Can you filter it by designer? You can filter board game stats by designer. I want to say... Sort by first play. Yeah, Kanban. Because around this time is when I was logging everything. So Kanban in 2014. And then CO2 and Vinos I picked up the next year. The Gallerist I did get in April. So there we go, like a big run, then print out this sheet. Then more plays, and then started a channel. Even though I was only doing it a little bit as a bit of a fun hobby, still took ages to make everything. And then Vinos Deluxe Edition that Christmas. I think I had that for Christmas, actually. Escape Plan. A couple of years later, played it the only time we went to Manicon, when Paul Grogan had a prototype of it. So yeah. Kanban was where it all started, but Gallerist about 5 months after that. And that was like Kanban, like the original, like Kanban EV has got a solo mode and like a fantastic one, but more involved, like a bot, David Tortzi solo mode in it. I've done playthroughs for that as well. I think that's what I was saying, that when I put it in the vote, that this is a bit of a summer tradition, that before we go on holiday, I've had a run of doing Gallerist games. We didn't do it last year, we did Kanban. But yeah, the original Kanban didn't have a solo mode. It did have one made by Del Bonacore, Don't know why that sticks in my mind, but it does. Where you kind of roll the die to get rid of some stuff and tighten things up for you. So this was the first one that was like this is the first deluxeified one, isn't it? And so like it was the first one that had a solo mode built in, and that's partly maybe being the first and nostalgia and stuff is like why it's still like, oh, this is my favorite solo one. But having said that, I have not played Inventions. I haven't played Inventions at all. I haven't got it, but fingers crossed at some point. And I have not played Speakeasy solo. I've played it 2 players and loved it, even though we kind of messed up towards the end. It was so good. But yeah, I'd like to play Inventions, and I'm really looking forward to playing Speakeasy solo at some point. Maybe in September at some point. I think Vinyos... I might have done Vinyos twice. I've done Gallerist. This is about the 4th or 5th time I've done Gallerist. I don't think I ever did a playthrough for original Vinyos, which you can still play if you get the deluxe edition. It's got the old and new rules in it. I've done 2 Vinyos. Last time we did Vinyos was 2022. Should maybe do extra ones. Should maybe revisit that at some point. The person M Scotty that made the dangerous thing with 3D printing, the guy that made the insert for this has made inserts for like Vinyos and Kanban and stuff that ooh Gallerist I must have done like 5 times. It says 8 videos, but they used to be in parts. 1 filmed one. This is the 5th live one, so this is the 6th. Is that right? Yeah, this is the 6th time played the Gallerist on here. I've got a... That's interesting. I've got a 4-minute review of the Gallerist, which doesn't seem very long. That is private and I never put up. Maybe I wasn't happy with that. I've got 0 memory of that. As you could, like, it's been like 9.5 years since I started this channel. There's so much that I've got little to no memory of now. But it's always interesting when you come across a private video. I don't want to go back and rewatch any of my first impressions and stuff things, because I've changed my mind on a lot of stuff now. Not like tons and tons of things, but your Arkhams and stuff. Still in love with the big Euros, but I'm in love with more stuff now. Inventions is amazing and solo is punishing. Hey George, I do want to try it. I want to play them all. Rizal can do no wrong. Kind of like on Mars, I'd never kind of like on Mars just got to the point where it was just like the base solo. It was just so much for me, and I never felt like I had a handle on what was going on. Because watching me in this, you might feel like I haven't really got a handle of what's going on, but I kind of like vaguely know that somewhere in the spaghetti in my brain, there's some semblance of a plan will emerge. Whereas on Mars, it never did. It kind of did with the prototype one. I want to get it back now and get the expansion and play all of that stuff. Who knows? That where I met Paul Grogan. I think I'd met Paul before then. I met Paul in Essen in 2016. I'd met him, like, not actually like meet that he knew who I was, in the UK Games Expo when he used to demo for CGE. He was demoing the Prodigals Club. I'm pretty sure. I think it might have been even when the expo was still in a hotel, or the first year it wasn't in a hotel. Either way, Paul was demoing the Prodigals Club that was going to come up that year in Essen. And like in his, you can watch his rules video on there. Like in that, he was like goatee, top hat, old-timey Paul Grogan, and that's what he was dressed as in the UK Games Expo. And so, even though I've seen him so many times, streaming with him, meeting him, watching his other videos where he's obviously not dressed as an old-timey man, every time I think of Paul Grogan, it's like, oh yeah, old-timey, top hat, goatee Paul. But I met him in the first time I went to Essen was 2016, and we met checking out the prototype of Gloomhaven that we were both giddy about. That was like Paul was taking that prototype home to do his rules video on it, but it was the first time we'd seen in person the wonder that was Gloomhaven before it delivered. I think that was the first time I met Rodo. I hopefully will meet up with Rodo. I don't know if he was at the expo because I was barely at the expo this year because Sabrina was like about a month old when the expo happened, and I did go for a little bit on the Sunday, and it was lovely, but I didn't really get a lot done, and left. I didn't plan to stay the whole Sunday, which is a short day anyway, but I left even earlier than I thought I was gonna because like, oh, I want to go back and see my baby really. But yeah, hopefully, well, now Rodo's closer. It seems like a lovely place to be. But hopefully. Yeah, and we'll do some VSEL at some point. I'll have to like I don't know how September's gonna be because there's a lot of like unknowns now. Like Essen will start to spring up and things are getting sent. I don't really want to tease what it is in case it doesn't arrive in time and we have got to wait and we've got to wait until after August to play it. But there is one of my most anticipated Essen things. A prototype of it is in the air right now. I don't know if it'll arrive in time to do it before we have a little holiday, but it'll be first priority when we get back, if not. So I want to say, like, oh, put Speakeasy easy in the vote and do that in September. But I really don't know how September's going to go because, yeah, there is a baby to look after now. And we will work it out. But there will be games happening around that. But how many? How fried will I be? Hopefully not. And I've played Speakeasy, so hopefully it will work out. No, I don't know. I don't have inventions. I did, like... I can't remember if I messaged about it, actually. Do you remember now? That Essen was so long. It's nearly Essen again, isn't it? I'm not going to be able to go this year, which I'm gutted about. But we definitely spoke about it. So we spoke about Vital wanting me to have the Speakeasy prototype, but it was being used. And eventually he gave me one at GridCon. And yeah, we definitely talked about... I haven't got any mentions. I'll sort you out one. But I don't know if I ever followed that up because the last... Like, even before Sabrina was around, everything was kind of in a muddle after that. But no, I haven't got inventions. I'd like to get it. But, yeah, there's so much cool stuff coming up. Speakeasy, if you've backed it... Well, if you haven't backed it, you can still get it in the future, can't you? But if you've backed it, you probably know already that it's pretty good. I loved it. I need to get the solo dusted off, but it's not going to happen anytime soon. Not this month anyway, because yeah, there's gonna. Where are we on the 7th? We've still got a little bit. But yeah, I can't remember. I don't think I really saw Vital this year at GridCon because he's demoing the next thing all the time, isn't he? But yeah, he was like, I think he got it off Paul at the end. He was kind of like, oh, Vital told me to give you this. I don't know why, but that's because I want to play it. Yeah, I'd like to play all of the bits because I think back catalog wise, there may be like I've not played Bot Factory. There may be like in terms of big Visa Lacerdas, I think we've got it pretty covered. I think I own or have owned all of them. I think until Inventions. I wanted to play Railways of Portugal, but I don't because I liked Railways of the World. I know Vital designed that; it was a bit of a standalone thing. But in terms of actual Vital, like Vital Lacerda things, Vinos check, CO2 check, Kanban yes, Gallerist, Vinos Deluxe, Lisboa, CO2, Second Chance. I don't think I ever did a video for original CO2 and original Vinos, but we'll consider it complete without those. Escape Plan. I never played Dragon Keepers. That was designed with his daughter, right? Am I remembering correctly? Or someone else? But you never know now. At certain ages, I am hoping that my daughter will love a board game. On Mars, checks playthrough for that. Mikado de Lisboa did. Kanban EV, yeah. Weather Machine, yeah. On Mars Alien Invasion, I did a playthrough with a prototype of one of the chapters in it, but still. And then Botch Factory, no. Inventions, no. House of Fado, no. But then Speakeasy. And then Great Library is on the way. I see is son. I'm misremembering. Someone, is it? It's not Vlada that designed a game with his daughter. Someone else. I don't know why I'm trying to think about that now. Oh, I'm thinking of Sandcastles Burgundy. Hasn't I might be misremembering that now, but I think Sandcastles Burgundy is designed with Stefan Feld's daughter. I think that's what I'm misremembering. But yeah, check out the. You can see it in other places, but I see the Vital group. I think it's Vital in the group, posting pictures of the Great Library that looks gorgeous as always, and that'll be the next one coming up. But yeah, I'm gutted in a way that I'm not going to Essen because like I hadn't been to Essen for about 5 years, I think it was, and it was so cool to be back. And like, oh, I remember enjoying Essen and it being a bit overwhelming and the downsides of it, but still, overall, came back so like energized and excited from it, and it was so great to be back there and see everyone that I saw. And so like, I did book in for this year. I need to make a final decision and cancel that hotel booking really, but yeah, there's still kind of a thing of, oh, maybe I'll change my mind and I do want to go. But I need to make a decision about that. I think pretty much I can't go. I could maybe go just like on the weekend part of it. And I don't know if like the cost and all that stuff is going to make sense for doing it. Maybe I'll just have a big change of heart at the very end. But I'm just looking at weird reviews and things that haven't even come out yet. But yeah, there's going to be some great stuff coming out there. Hopefully, I'll still be able to get hold of it from here. I'll just have to be sending a load more emails out just to like, I'm not going to be there this year. Do you want to send it to me in advance? I'll do your playthrough. I've got by okay doing that the few years before. No, I haven't played Asphyder. Are they not selling weekend passes, just day passes? That's the other thing as well. I got a press pass last year. Hopefully, I would get one again. That's another thing. I don't want to apply for one and then be like, I'm not going. Maybe that wouldn't be a problem. I think really, I should just get it locked in my mind that not this time, maybe next time. That like you don't know how it's going to be with stuff. Like the perfect situation would be that they put like it's great that Essen has gone back to the end of October because that's around when our half term is. But it's although it's back at the end of October, it's 1 week apart from our half term break, and like that doesn't matter for Sabrina yet. But Rachel's a teacher, so like it means that she can never come. She only ever lined up in 2017. That's the only time we went, and a friend drove us down and stuff, and it was amazing. And it was great that Rach could be there as well. But yeah, it's not lined up this year, unfortunately. So yeah, they did sell out every day last year, didn't they? It was absolutely rammed in there. It's still like because it's so big, you could get about very nicely. But yeah, it was absolutely rammed. So from a thing where I hadn't been for so long, it seemed even busier just because like it had gotten bigger and sold out every day this time. But yeah, it'll be great. Looking forward to it. Well, looking forward to the stuff that comes from it. And I'll just have to watch from the wings again. But it'll be okay, really. Because even if I could go for like the full 5 days or something again, I think it would be an expo situation where I just feel like, really, like I'd like to go for a bit, but really I'd like to just be playing with Sabrina most of the time, which, yeah, is the way to go in it. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see the way things go. Either way, there's going to be playthroughs of stuff leading up to Essen, and yeah, maybe we'll be able to fit Speakeasy in there because it'll be delivering like soon, won't it? So it might line up with them, and we'll complete the set. We'll do inventions. We'll do the Great Library and all the ones forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, and it'll be fantastic. Right, I should probably go because Rachel will have been expecting me back downstairs about a quarter of an hour ago. But it's been nice having an extra chat as well as all of the playthrough and stuff as well. I am going to be back next week on Tuesday for sure. I like if something arrives, an emergency extra stream may happen. Just so like I'm playing something really, it'll be a bit of a shaky play because I won't have learned it very much. But maybe there'll be an extra thing if something arrives. Definitely Tuesday for Vantage at some point. So yeah, join me for that. We'll see all new spacey things. Have a lovely weekend, everyone. There is stuff coming up on Friday on Patreon. There is a playthrough of a game. I think it's Nature with an expansion. On Sunday, on the main channel, Arkham Horror the card game starts again. Drowned City expansion, the latest one. It's got Cthulhu in it. Rach joins me. It's the last thing that we filmed before Sabrina was born. And currently, the last game we have played in person together. Because, yeah, not to harp on about it, but maybe. Yeah, there's loads of stuff coming up. Thank you so much, everyone, for your support. You can sign up on Patreon. You can join as a YouTube member if you'd like to help me keep making things and make more of them than that. But thank you all for being here and watching and stuff. Love you. Bye, 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 bye.